Hello, my name is Riker Ford. I hope this finds you all safe and healthy. These are rough times, so I just hope everybody's staying sane. I'm trying to, but yeah, all right, here goes. So I'm sure all of you have heard politicians say, whether it be through commercials or their campaigning or whatever it may be, that if you elect them, if they win your vote or if they get put in office, that one of the things they will do is that they promise free and equal healthcare to all. What this means is that they want to implement a universal healthcare system or a socialized healthcare system. It means the same thing, and that everybody who is within a tax bracket or something will receive free healthcare. Sounds great, right? And people think that this is just gonna cure America's healthcare woes. Like, they think that it's gonna fix the issue of having to pay for it, why it's so expensive, and things like that. Unfortunately, I know this all too well. I was born with a heart issue. I've been in a hospital a whole bunch. My mom also worked in the medical field for 15 years, and so growing up, I heard her talk about it a lot. And so it's something I'm very familiar with, and I know a lot about, and I'm involved with it a lot. Currently, a lot of politicians and policymakers want a universal healthcare system, and if something like that is implemented, not only will it not help America's current healthcare issues, but it could all greatly negatively affect our lives. And so the speech today is about universal healthcare and how America's healthcare systems won't be fixed under a single payer or any other kind of universal healthcare system. A lot of countries around the world currently have implemented universal healthcare systems, and the effects of that can be looked at and observed, by anyone. And a common thing that they all share, a common and negative impact, or impacts actually, are that universal healthcare systems substantially increase the amount of time a patient will be waiting to receive the necessary treatment. And not only that, but it also dramatically decreases the standard of quality of care, and lower payments under a single payer will drive many physicians out of business, and that just further restricts your access to the necessary healthcare that you need. So first, let's get into why a universal healthcare system would not solve America's healthcare woes. So many people believe that a universal or socialized healthcare system would benefit America and its people and help America's current system. Contrary to belief that universal healthcare systems substantially increase the amount of time a patient waits to receive necessary care and to receive a treatment that they're looking for. According to page 6 of Marlise Rushford's journal entitled "The Universal Healthcare System, Is It Right for the United States?" Canada, in 2019, 91,000 patients waited an average of 21 weeks for some general surgery, whether that be orthopedic surgery, like any kind of surgery. It was all the data was compiled into one, and an average of 21 weeks for 91,000 cases. That's how long they had to wait to receive a surgery, not just a screening, an MRI or something like that, like a surgery, like something that's necessary, something that people probably need right away within a few days or weeks, but because of their single payer system and how long the wait times are increased because of this, 21 weeks was the average amount of time that it took for them to receive the care that they needed. Another piece of evidence, Amy Zong and her study, Healthcare Coverage in the U.S. versus Japan. Japan is also under a single-payer universal system, so that means that how you pay is set up through the tax bracket, and so you don't have to pay any out-of-pocket cost at all to go to the doctor. That's what single-payer, that's what that means. Patients in Japan also lose a lot of money waiting for socialized healthcare. On average, patients forfeit over $1,800 in lost wages due to missed work time. So that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money that could be used for different things. It's vital time that the country needs for workers to be able to produce or make or work on whatever they need to, and they're just stuck not working, not being productive at all because they're waiting for their healthcare system to provide them with the necessary care that they need. It could also be observed in almost every single country that has a plan like this, that a universal healthcare system always directly results in a dramatic increase in taxation. Now, whether that be direct taxation, like however that country chooses to tax and the people that live there, it always directly results in a significant increase in the percent or amount that the people under that system have to pay. Amy Kimberly said in her journal entitled "Why America is the Only Wealthy Country Without Universal Healthcare" that to fund healthcare in France, workers are required to pay about 21% of their income on average into the national healthcare system. Now, just for comparison, the average American in the highest tax bracket pays around 6% of their annual income into our healthcare system. So 21% is obviously a dramatic increase, and it obviously negatively affects that country's workforce in a multitude of ways. People aren't just going to file for taxes, which obviously then the government can't pay for the things that they provide or need, and it also discourages people to even work. Like, why work when you can just live off the government anyway, and then not receive health care and not have to pay for it at all, which obviously then generates further issues. So a way that we can fix this problem is we live in a country that it's off the people, right? Anything that we want, we vote on and we make laws for, and everything that happens in this country, most of the things that happen in this country are based off of the people's wants, right? So something that we need to do and that we can do to help issues like this is to not believe everything politicians say in order to try to win your vote. That's obvious. I'm sure a lot of you do that, and so a way to fix this is just to do research on the people running for positions in office. Make sure you know what they actually want, and to only vote for those people who you are informed about. Whether you're Democrat or Republican, don't just vote for somebody because they fall into your party. Vote for them because you're informed about them, and what they want aligns with what you want and what you think would be most beneficial for the future of this country. So, in summary, universal health care causes a dramatic increase in taxation while significantly increasing the wait time to receive necessary care by the system. A universal healthcare system is not the answer to America's healthcare problem, because it does everything but help. It just increases the problems that we already have, the wait time problem, how much it costs. It's not available to everybody. So yeah, do research before you vote for someone promising to implement a policy that sounds like a good idea on the outside, but actually could have substantial negative effects in our everyday lives. So next time you go to vote for somebody, I hope that this speech crosses your mind, and that you don't vote for somebody that you really don't know anything about other than what party they fall under and what mainstream media outlets tell you about him or her. So yeah, thank you. Hope you're all staying safe.